Hello there and welcome in. Today I'm going to be doing a bit of Reiki and some oracle card readings. The Reiki I want to focus on today is for anxiety healing. Healing through anxiety, healing and working through the energy that might be coming up. But as usual, I have pulled a few cards to see what messages Spirit has for us regarding taking control of our mind again. And so the first card I have is Follow the Stream. Dedication, trust, future rivers and oceans. So this is sort of having that blind faith, right? Trusting in your path, trusting in the nudges from the universe, trying to take you to the next level. I love the imagery here because it shows like this winding river, and our lives feel like that, right? It feels like it's going through these different nooks and crannies, these different areas, and we don't know what the end goal is. And I don't think we're meant to know what an end goal is or what a purpose is. I remember watching some clips from the Pixar movie Soul, and there's this one character that's like, what's their spark? What's their purpose? And one character just laughed at them. It's like, there's no purpose. We don't have a purpose. We're meant to just experience, to live, to love, to feel all the emotions that do come up in this reality. I have the wishing well, unexpected gifts, kindness, karmic jewels. And yeah, a lot of our anxieties, a lot of our fears can be passed down from previous generations, previous ancestries. We might have noticed this in other animals, right? The mother and father's fears get passed down genetically to the offspring. And a lot of the fears that our ancestors faced in the past still go through with us. So making a phone call, receiving an email, receiving bad news, being in awkward social situations, it can trigger us, right? It can send us spiraling, and it can feel like the world is ending, and that energy can originate from that survival instinct, right? That fear that if you do something wrong, you're out of the tribe, you're out of this reality. And in the modern day that we live in, for the most part, those of us that are lucky not to experience those things, are still experiencing that fear response, that panic response, and I see that leading to a lot of the anxiety we might be feeling. The next card I have is Atlantis. Keep the big vision, stay in alignment as you grow. So trust who you are, trust your nature, trust your core values. Look at what your core values are and who you want to be as a person. And are your daily actions leading you to these things? I have the Pearl, Alchemy, the reward at the end, from grit to grace. And I feel like this is it. Once we can overcome anxiety or learn the tools to help us manage our anxiety, we're going to be in a much better off place. And the thing is, we don't really stop feeling anxiety, right? We continuously feel that. That's a natural response. I'm going to begin doing a bit of Reiki, some energetic pulling, and clearing your aura field from any heavy energy or any heavy anxieties you might be feeling right now. The key is learning tools that can help us as we navigate through this reality, as we navigate the emotions that come up. And some things that I learned that helped me is like breath work, slow breathing, box breathing. And by slow breathing, I mean like breathing in at a normal pace, but as you exhale, slow your exhale. Lower how fast you're exhaling to help you come back into the body, to take control of the breath. I'm slowly going through a breathwork course. I started it earlier this year and I stopped, so I'm going back from the beginning to learn a few more things and see what they can teach me. And today's intention is anxiety healing. So I'm playing an audio I found here on this app, some people talked about a while back, called Weightless by Marconi Union. And it's an audio that's designed, listening up to 2 minutes of it, it's supposed to help relieve that anxiety. It's engineered to help with anxiety, to help with any heaviness. Yeah, I haven't been on in a while. Life just keeps throwing wrenches at me, my own motivations. I'm trying to learn how to create habits in what I do each day. It's just hard when you're kind of tired. This audio is called Weightless by Marconi Union. And so if you look it up on YouTube, right now I'm playing it off of YouTube, there's a 10-hour version of it. And a lot of times when I'm going through a stressful situation, or introduced it to my girlfriend as well, whenever we're feeling that heavy energy, just listening to it for a few minutes to try and come back to center. And then doing a little bit of breath work. So those of you that might be in an anxious state or just wanting to learn about trying to ease some of the anxiety, one thing I learned is like breathing in through the nose. And as you exhale, kind of like you're whistling, you're going to slowly breathe out. And slowing the breath helps bring you back to center, bringing you back to a place of calm. Oh, good luck, Alyssa. I hope this helps. Thank you for the gift. Yeah, I missed you all. Trying to find a set schedule, but my own internal battles. Like I said before, like I know how to tap into this energy, but we are not perfect people, right? I'm not a perfect person. The emotions get overwhelming sometimes. I'm battling through anxiety, fear. And then those of you hanging out, I don't know what's going to happen with this app, but I do have a lot of my old Reiki videos up on YouTube. So if you search Alchemy by Ken, everything's there. I'm hoping we stick around, but trying to find pockets and spaces where I can keep doing the thing that I like doing, you know? So take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Another technique for anxiety, because the thing is, the anxiety is coming from the mind, right? It's coming from a place of fear. It's coming from the stories that are running around, the thought of infinite possibilities, and half, or if not more, of those possibilities being negative and heavy. It's a lot. And so there is a technique known as emotional freedom technique, and that is a tapping system where it's supposed to help bring you back to the body. So there's certain places on the body, like the collarbone. So tapping here and then saying some affirmations that might help you. And so a lot of times for me, it's like saying like, I'm in the present moment. Everything is okay right now. Or I want things to be okay, you know? Kind of setting that wish. Yeah, dealing with elderly parents, it's a lot, it's heavy. It's hard to see parents in the states that they are, especially through older age. Yep, it's like a grounding technique. A few other spots you can tap are the chin, and so you can do this a lot to kind of come back to center. I'm sorry, Wildcard Oracle. I know grief is a lot. I know losing a loved one is a lot. I'm sending you love. I had another client reach out to me earlier this week about trauma and grief, and I don't think there's, how do I phrase it? I think leaning into whatever faith you believe in, spirituality or religion, I think that helps a lot. For me, I lost my best friend back in 2021, and another one of my close friends right now has terminal brain cancer. So I'm constantly dealing with a lot of heavy loss and fear, and trying not to regret moments. A book that's helped me, because I didn't really have a set religious practice or spiritual practice, but there's a book called Journey of Souls. In that book, it kind of talks about like hypnosis regression, because that author, he was trying to see and research past lives, and what he found in between was the place that souls go to, the place that souls come from, and started interviewing people on that, interviewing them on past lives, interviewing them on the journey of souls. And I know Dolores Cannon has also done some research on that, but this is sort of like that pseudoscience where some people, mainstream science doesn't take it seriously. When your dad was diagnosed, he didn't even make it. Oh, I'm sorry. When they go so quickly, it's a shock, right? Yeah, for me, when I got that phone call, it was from my friend's cousin who I hadn't spoken to in a long time. There was a bit of bad blood at the time, but when I got that phone call, it was just earth-shattering. And like, you lose a part of your reality, you lose a part of who you could be with those that are close to you. And you don't expect it, right? And it just kind of knocks you down a bit. Thank you. And so I feel that, and I think going through that loss has helped me become a bit of a stronger person, but I know losing people will continuously knock me down, right? We don't want to lose those that make up who we are. And there's that thing, there's a psychology study where it's like the 5 people closest to us help reinforce our personality, help reinforce our core values. And if they're not here anymore, right, we kind of lose sight of who we are, and it can be a lot. But going back to the journey of souls, I think I lean heavily into spirituality. So I'm not a practicing medium, but I like to think that if I focus on that person, right, if I focus on who they were in the physical world, I'm able to tap into that frequency. And I think when we leave this physical body, we become that frequency. We become the frequency of who we truly are, outside of all the pain and emotions and humanness, right? So sometimes if you feel strong enough holding a photo of them, holding a vision of them in your mind, I think that helps a bit. Because the grief is that loss, right? That loss of them, the loss of who we could be with them, the loss of those people we can lean on. And it's terrifying, it's scary, it's lonely. I want you all to take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Soon I'm going to begin with a bit of crystal healing, just to help some of the emotions that might be coming up. And then those that are just watching this for the first time or experiencing Reiki for the first time, you might experience different emotions. You might feel happiness, you might feel sadness, you might end up crying. And that's because my intention is to create a safe space for all those pent-up emotions to come out, what we need to feel in the moment, what we're strong enough to feel in the moment. Take a deep breath in, slowly exhale. Yep, goosebumps can happen as well. And then, sorry, I was going over EFT tapping a bit. The different spots you can tap. So I did the chin, the lip. You can do under the eye or next to the eye or even the third eye. And so sometimes I do a set of tapping a few times on each one. I'm doing it fast right now, but take your time in each section that you're working on and focus on the taps. And you don't have to tap too hard, just very gently enough to kind of reawaken and come back into the physical body. You have left lower jaw pain, and I felt I'm glad that it helped. Yeah, that's why I like learning Reiki, because then it taps into this space, right? It taps into this energetic space. Those that believe in spirituality, it's this psychic energy, this universal energy that goes everywhere and heals what it needs to. So I could say I'm working on anxiety, but anywhere that you need to feel this light, it is going to go there, it is going to help. So as I'm doing pulling, any heavy, dense energy you're holding on to, any heavy, dense anxiety you might be holding on to right now, I want you to take a deep breath in and slowly exhale, letting go of it. And sometimes the world just gets too heavy. Sometimes I literally just have to lay on the ground, either on my back or on my stomach, and just be there for a moment, feel connected to the earth in some way. I think just yesterday morning I was just on the porch and I'm like, I need to just lay down. And lay down here. Breathe in and breathe out. I'm gonna start with a bit of crystal healing. First, I do want to start with, I think someone did pay for a reading. Give me a few minutes to do the healing session. Let me know if you're here and you did send me a payment. So I'm using a bit of selenite here. I like selenite because it's a high vibrational crystal. It works with the crown chakra a lot, but it also helps each of the different chakras kind of reinvigorate them. Just checking something real quick. So take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Massive selenite in my, yep. I find that it helps. I think when I first started, I started with selenite and obsidian and a small, very small piece of blue lace agate. And I did the blue lace agate because it's supposed to help with trauma and healing trauma. And at that time, yeah, a lot was going on. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Alright. I do have a piece of blue lace here. So I'm going to use this if you're having any anxiety around trauma. This should help a bit. And as I do this, like I say, take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. I want you to notice the cool air as you breathe in and the warm air as you breathe out. You got lapis lazuli for childhood trauma. Yep, that one's really good too. I have a piece somewhere, I think upstairs. I keep it with me. And allow this energy to go where it needs to. Something that I learned through my shamanic journey is that kind of like time travel, right? Even if you're not hurting now, if you want to send this energy to a past version of yourself that was going through something heavy, allow yourself to do that. Meditate on that. Focus on that vision. Imagine that wounded past self and send them that love. Tell them the things they needed to hear that maybe the others weren't able to tell them at the time. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. And during my last live I did last week, I said sometimes just taking a deep breath in and just sighing, letting go any of that heaviness that the body might be holding on to. Alright. I do want to bring in some rose quartz to this session. This is healing that inner child. This is self-healing. This is that self-love. Allow yourself to feel self-love. Allow yourself to feel loved. Think of how your best friend would treat you, right? And ask yourself, are you treating yourself the same way? Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. And notice where in the body you might be feeling this energy, right? if you feel a heaviness in the heart space, just placing a hand on the heart space, calling your energy back, calling your power back. And those that are just joining, just listening to the audio here is supposed to help with anxiety. It's supposed to help bring you to that place of calm and that place of peace. Thank you for the gifts, everyone. Thank you for the likes and the follows. Alright. I'm gonna use a piece of howlite. And this is for emotional healing, a little bit similar to the blue lace, but it's supposed to be a bit more gentle. Helping you heal through whatever you're going through, whatever traumas might be there, whatever anxieties might be coming up. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. Life is, I was really hoping this year would be a lot lighter, but so far it's been quite stressful. But just take a moment. Use this space, use this energy. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. And then a technique I learned is kind of me modifying a bit, but kind of closing your ears with your fingers and humming. Closing your eyes and just listening to the sound and allowing the vibration to flow through your body is a good way of coming back to center, of using your own harmonies and vocals to kind of clear through that energy field. And I know when we're stressing or have that anxiety, I need to walk around, right? I need to go somewhere, I need to see something different, I need to pace back and forth till I can have like those, the energies through the body kind of reset me, kind of bring me back to center. Even running, just a place where you can let go of that heavy energy. Deep breathing. I say running because like it forces the body to do very deep breathing. So if you're unable to run, sometimes just doing that deep breath, just taking deep, quick breaths in for like a minute or so, and that'll help kind of bring you to center. I'm gonna wrap up with one crystal, and then a little bit, I'm gonna do a bit of oracle card readings for a few minutes for anyone that's interested. Thank you for the gift. I'm gonna be using amethyst for this one. So this is working with that third eye energy, right there. Clearing through the mind space, clearing through the heaviness. Because yes, there's a lot to stress about, but in this moment, if you're here, allow yourself to come to center. Allow yourself to feel loved. Allow yourself to have that tranquility. And as I'm getting older, I'm realizing that's kind of the goal, right? There was a lot I wanted to do when I was younger, and now it's just, I want peace. I want calm. We need tranquility. And if we can't feel that way all the time, just finding those pockets and those moments where we can come to center. Finding those safe spaces. And sometimes it could be a physical space, sometimes it could be another person. Yep. I feel that there's a lot that's just been, it's too stressful, it's too complicated. Toxic energy just brings us down, and we don't need it. And just having those spiritual practices or those daily habits that help kind of cleanse that energy, it helps a bit. And I know having a toolbox helps a lot, but some days just doing different things. Because one day breath work might work, another day it might not. Sometimes you might need something else. You've been decluttering heavily for the last 3 months. Yep, it's a good way. You're in a warning. Oh no, I'm sorry, T-Star. I'm sending you love. I'm sending you healing. I hope you're okay. I'm thinking about Red Note, but I haven't jumped on it yet. Waiting to see what happens here. Right now, it's just been a big push to get everyone on YouTube, just because there I have the big archive of everything I've done the last few years. But I do have a friend that joined, and they've been having a great time over on it. Breathe in and breathe out. I was going to do some readings, but I think we need a bit of light for a lot of us in the room right now. I'm going to use some clear quartz to amplify whatever energy you might have been feeling, to amplify the healing energy you've been receiving. Pets and go bags are ready. Okay, that's good. That's good. I'm hoping it doesn't get too severe. I hope you're okay, Tree Star. Do I follow? I'm gonna follow you back as well, so that if I go offline, I have on my friends list a few Reiki videos up as well from the past few weeks. I think those can help a bit. Oh, they have. I might check it out. I've been hearing different reviews. A lot of it's been overwhelmingly positive, so I'm thinking about it. Might do a bit of research first, but if I do, I'll probably make a post here about it. Alright, take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. I like to use spirituality as an experimental place. So if you'd like, we could do a mini meditation, very quick. But I'd like for you to just focus on your breath for a moment, taking a deep breath in and slowly exhale. I want you to imagine a waterfall of light pouring over you, pouring over the body, traveling to the top of the head, traveling through the spine. I want you to feel this energy flowing through the organs, the tissue, and traveling through your hands. I want you to feel that energy in your hands and just rub your hands together, feeling the warm energy, feeling the light energy. And I want you to form, kind of like you're rolling dough, slowly form an orb of light in your hand. And you can manipulate it and change it in any way that you want. But I'd like for you to open that energy up around you, kind of just waving the hands around. And I want you to feel that energy flowing outwards, surrounding you, and making it as big as you need it to be. If you need to have it surround you, your loved ones, your home, your city, I want you to imagine that energy going where it needs to go. Yes, Daisuke, I am on YouTube. I have it under Alchemy by Ken. And there I have maybe the last 3 or 4 years, a bunch of Reiki videos that I did. I did take like a 2-year break though. But from like 2021 through 2022, and then everything I've done at the end of 2024 is up there. And anyone just joining, I'm using a special audio called Weightless by Marconi Union. Oops, sorry. And it's supposed to be a frequency that's designed to help you feel calm, help you feel at center. Hello everyone. Hi Lisa. I missed you guys. But yeah, that meditation we did is one that I do from time to time. It's supposed to help bring you back to center. It's supposed to help create that energetic flow of protection. And yes, I've trained in Reiki, I've taken courses, but I truly do believe anyone that has the right intention is able to tap into that universal life force energy. And some of us might have felt it, right? And sometimes it is just your own intuition, it is your own intention. What do you want to do with this energy? So those that have loved ones that might be suffering, or just want to send a protective shield to them, using that same technique and imagining that bubble around them. And still have precautions for real world events, but I think this helps put you in a place of calm, and it allows you to kind of react differently than in a state of panic. And then another way to invoke the shield is sometimes just taking a deep breath in and slowly breathing out. And imagining that air that you're breathing out, imagining that kind of creating a shield of light around you as well. For me, my imagination is just overactive, and I know when that happens, it just leads to a bunch of anxiety, fear, doubt, stress, panic. But when you start choosing what your focus is on, you're able to take that negative imagination and change it into a little bit more positive. It is useful though to have that kind of precautionary energy where it's like, what if this happens, what do I do? But it's when it's starting to overwork and starting to panic more and more, that's a good way of just coming back to center. Hello Jess. Yeah, I've been trying to come back here and there, do a few things. But now with everything going on, I'm gonna try and push YouTube content a bit more. And then AJ told me about the other app, so I want to do a bit of research and then determine if that's a place I'd like to kind of go and move content towards. I'm gonna use a bit of light energy. I'm glad that I helped Tristar. Thank you for being here. Stay safe, stay protected. I am truly hoping the best. I hope everything's okay. I'm gonna use, I don't know what this thing is called. It's kind of like a tuning fork, but I don't know if you guys remember Cherie Mystic, Cherie's Earth Candy. She sells crystals. She sent me this a few months ago, maybe last year. And it's kind of like the tuning forks. So when I strike it, I'm gonna use the frequency, and it's supposed to also help create that calming effect. just to wrap up the session a bit, if you'd like, just kind of rolling shoulders back, unclenching the jaw, kind of wiggling the wrist, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. And keep doing a little bit of basic stretches to just come back into that physical body, come back into the physical form. Take a few grounding breaths, breathing in and slowly breathing out. And like I said, sometimes just humming, closing your ears and humming helps kind of ground you, bring you back to center. Trying to figure out what else I got. But I do hope this energy helps you guys. I hope it does help you feel a bit more healed. Trying to think. I did do a quick card pull earlier. I'll go over it one more time. Just kind of show you what I got for the session, what energy we might be in. Because the intention was to help with anxiety and teach you a few tools that can help with whatever you're going through. And some of you might have noticed I use the same crystals or mostly similar crystals every session. And that's because I find every time I Google it or like look it up or intuitively search it, the crystals have multiple meanings and can help with many things that we are suffering with and need healing from. So I have Follow the Stream, Dedication, Trust Future, Rivers, and Oceans. And so a big thing in my study as I was going through a lot of grief, a lot of trauma, it was like just studying water, how water reacts, how water moves, right? I studied the Tao Te Ching and read it multiple times, listened to it multiple times, and trying to figure out what it is. And a lot of times it is about the nature of water, right? Water goes to the low places for the most part. I know there's one stream that goes upwards, but water will go to the low place and slowly rise that energy up. Water has that cycle in the rains, right? Warmth causes it to evaporate. In evaporation, it becomes clouds. Eventually, it becomes heavier and becomes rain. Or if it's cold, it becomes snow and hail and ice. It is formless. It truly is formless and can be many different things. And lately here on TikTok, I've been seeing people talking about water having that consciousness, right? Having that energy within it. And so a lot of the beginning of my journey was learning that drink water, right? And then say your affirmations to the water as you drink it. What are the things that you're healing with? What are the things you're healing from? And you could ask it like, help me heal from this, help me work on this, help guide me, help protect me, help shield me. And focus that intention onto the bottle of water, and as you drink it, imagining that energy flowing throughout all the cells in the body. Hey Katrina, how's it going? Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do after the ban. I think first moving to YouTube, trying to do more content there or try and go live there. And then I think Red Note, a lot of people have mentioned it, so I'm thinking about going to that. If you look for Alchemy by Ken, does it let me type? Comment section, reply. So if you search that up in YouTube, you will find my YouTube account. If I do Red Note, I'm gonna go under Starlight Alchemy Academy, just because that's kind of the big push where I want to create a school of magic in a way. Still figuring out what that means, but I have a general idea of where I want it to go. But yeah, if you look up there, I have a ton of videos, so anything that you need right now, you should be able to find something that will help. Different meditations, some sound healing. I've been trying to organize it. There's a sound healing section, so there's like tuning fork stuff, I use a sound drum, and then just Reiki and meditation stuff. I hope so too, Katrina. I will, if I create Red Note, I'll make a post here and let everyone know. I just want to do a bit more research on stuff, and then probably move forward with something like that. I'll think about it. But yeah, I'm probably gonna head out. Got a few things to do today, but I want to thank you all for hanging out with me. This has been fun. This has been good. I hope this does help with any anxiety you all might be feeling. I remember when you have, I think we'll send me a message and we can figure something out as well. Yes, I'm sending you all love and light. And then I have been trying to follow people back. So if I didn't follow you back in this session, if you just leave a comment, even emoji comment on any of my recent videos, I'll try and follow you guys back there. Because under my friends list is where I keep a ton of Reiki videos as well. But yeah, I hope you all stay safe. I hope you all are okay. I'm sending you all love and light. Remember, you guys got this. I hope you have a great day.